Gary, since Sunlight and Power is one of the oldest solar installers in the state of California, how would you compare, the solar boom that's going on now to, what it was in the 70s?
Well, it's very different in that we had sort of two mini booms in the 70s. We had the initial one was 1973. We had the oil embargo, and then we had another oil embargo in 79. And under the Carter administration and under Jerry Brown here in California, incentives were created. The problem was that the driver behind all of that was essentially OPEC, and OPEC has been pulling our strings in this country for 30 years. And once they recognized that punishing us was going to backfire on them because by raising prices, we started moving to alternatives pretty quickly and pretty strongly. And they saw that that didn't really serve their interests, so they cranked back. In the 80s, they cranked back the price of oil to get us back on the dole, and we've been on it ever since. The problem, of course, is that back then we weren't about to run out of oil. We weren't right at peak oil. We were at peak oil for the United States, but the world wasn't at peak oil. We are at peak oil now in the world. There's no other place to get our oil now. Back then, the U.S. could start buying oil from the Mideast, which we've been doing ever since. And so this is the real deal. There is no other place to go to get our oil. So we are going to be forced from here on out to be getting our energy from renewable more and more and more. So this is, like I said, that was kind of a precursor. This is the real thing.
So it sounds like what you're saying is renewable energy is going to be much more sustainable now going forward.
Well, it's always been sustainable, but as a business, yes, it's here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
There will be little ups and downs and hiccups here and there as our government figures out that it needs to be supported properly, and it's absolutely essential to the survival of our species and probably all other species as well. But there's no way around it. It's the only way we can go. We're not even going to have. There's not even a sustainable source of nuclear power in this. Uranium is a finite resource as well. Mm-hmm. So even if one went that direction, which I don't recommend, that's no better than going to coal and oil. Mm-hmm. From the standpoint of sustainability.